Hey YouTube, it's your girl keeping it real with Tra-Luv. I'm back. Hey guys, I bet you guys are like, what? 2 videos in a day? Anyway, guys, it is another rainy, dreary day here in Georgia. And I've actually been home since I think around 11 o'clock. I had a really bad headache today, and I um I came home and got in the bed, and I've been laying here ever since. My headache has eased up a lot now, but it's still there little, but it's nothing like it was earlier. I don't like to take a lot of medicine and stuff either, so I do vinegar to bring my headaches down. Um, so anyway, guys, since I was here and just laying around, I decided to go ahead and give you guys the story time on what I was speaking of on my video, my earlier video today about how I came 30 minutes into losing my life. So it was December the 1st, 2001. It was a Saturday. I will never forget that day. So I was in my first year of college, going to school, getting my bachelor's in fashion design and marketing. And I found out I was pregnant. So I was just going to school as normal. But then um I think I started spotting or something like maybe a week or so before the incident actually happened. So my mom rushed me to one hospital, and that hospital was taking too long. So then she rushed me to another one. And anyway, they did an ultrasound and everything and told me everything was okay and basically just sent me home. So I kept calling them back to, telling them that this didn't feel like a normal pregnancy because I was in a lot of pain. I mean, a lot of pain, so much so that I couldn't lay down or anything. I was like on my knees, just bent over like that. And I think I called back like 3 times, and the last time she got upset and really angry and was like, if anything was wrong, we would have saw it on the ultrasound. Nothing is wrong, and this. So I just went along, thinking, this is the doctor, she know, whatever. But I was in a lot of pain, but as the days went on, it's like the pain eased up. I quit spotting and everything. So I thought everything was okay. Well, this is how I know God was really in the mix of this. And I don't know, I can just smile about it today, but it's amazing to me. But I was doing hair at the time. You guys don't know, but I graduated and got my hair license in 91. And so I was doing hair at the time, but I normally didn't get to the shop till 9 o'clock every day. Um, but this Friday, my friend's cousin, she had a special event or something that was going on that next day, that Saturday. But whoever was supposed to be doing her hair that morning had canceled on her or whatever. So she basically called me and was like, please, can you take me at 8 o'clock in the morning? I have to go to this. Mind you, now I didn't get in to 9 and I already had customers, scheduled from 9 until. So anyway, I said, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. So that night, instead of setting my alarm clock for 8 o'clock, I set it for 7 o'clock. So I went to bed as normal, and anyway, my alarm clock went off at 7 that morning, and I got up and got in the shower. About 5 minutes after getting in the shower, it was like something just bust me in my stomach so hard. Like this big, huge man just took everything he had and just bust me in my stomach with his fist or something, and I just fell. And I remember I turned the water off and tried to get up, but I couldn't get up. So I climbed out the shower and crawled now. And mind you, I was upstairs and my phone and everything was downstairs. I'm in the house by myself. So I crawled down the stairs some kind of way naked to my phone and dial 911. They tell me to, crawl to the front door and try to unlock the front door so when the emergency people got there, they could come in. And I made it to the front door and did that. And then I just laid there. Mind you, I still didn't have on any clothes or anything. So, anyway, the fire trucks got there first because here they send the ambulance and the fire truck. So the fire trucks got there first and it was all men, of course. So when they came in, they were like, ma'am, we can't come in like that. Please try to crawl and get some clothes or get something to cover up. We can't come in with you like that. But luckily, the ambulance was right there behind them and they were able to come in like that. So they came on in, grabbed me some clothes and everything to put on and, did whatever they needed to do there. You know how they check you, do whatever. And then they put me on in the ambulance and took me down to the hospital. My mom was already there because she pulled up while they were there. So she knew where they were going to take me. So when I got through when they got me there and I got to the emergency entrance, I saw my mom. And I remember they took me back in this room and did another ultrasound. And I remember the lady asked me who had done my ultrasound. And I told her, here, So she just got quiet and everything, and she pulled me back out to the hallway where my mom was. So by the time I got back out to the hallway, everything was like just weird. It was like a movie or something. I could see people scattering around and moving about, and I could see their mouths moving and everything, but I couldn't hear them talking. But I could hear my mom because I remember telling her, hold my hand because I'm leaving. And she was like, no, you're just getting sleepy. And I was like, no, this feels different. It was like peaceful. It was like I, I can't explain it, but it was just like a peaceful feeling. It was different from sleep. And then I remember hearing the doctor say, we got to rush it to emergency. And that's the last thing I heard until I woke up. And when I woke up, the doctor was standing over me like, you are an extremely lucky lady. 30 more minutes and you wouldn't have been here. And I just remember telling him, no, I'm a very blessed lady. And at that time, I still didn't realize what had happened. So that's when they told me that I had had an ectopic pregnancy and that my baby was growing in the tube and finally exploded the tube. And for some whatever reason, they didn't discover this on the ultrasound a week or so before. And I kept calling back, telling them about the type of pain I was in. But for whatever reason, they didn't discover it. And so the baby eventually exploded the tube. That's what happened when I got in the shower that morning. And I told you about 5 minutes or so after, I just felt this big, like somebody just bust me in my stomach. That was the baby exploding the tube, trying to grow in this little tube. I was 12 weeks at the time. And luckily, you see, I was telling the doctor, normally I didn't set my alarm clock until 8, but because this person had called me at 10:30 that night and begged me to take her at 8, I set the alarm at 7. And yeah, he told me, you better be happy, because if you had kept that alarm at 8 o'clock, you wouldn't probably be here. And that's how I know the Most High was in the midst, of all of that. He was in the midst of it, because had that girl not called me at 10:30 that night and begged me to do her hair that next morning at 8, I would have kept my alarm set at 8 o'clock that morning, because I didn't have to be there till 9. So anyway, I found out I had lost all of my blood except 19% of my blood. I was bleeding eternally when the baby exploded the tube. I was bleeding eternally. So I had lost all of my blood except 19% of my blood in my body. They did whatever they needed to do to stabilize me and keep me alive. However, I still needed blood put back in my body if I was going to live. However, they needed my signature and my consent to give me that blood. Well, when they came to me, I was like, no, I'm going to die from that blood. I'm going to catch AIDS from that blood. And they were like, ma'am, you're gonna die if you don't take this blood. You have a better chance at winning the lottery than you do of catching AIDS from this blood. And I just kept saying no. I was ignorant. I didn't understand their screening process of how they do, their blood and things like that. I was just ignorant. I didn't know. So I just kept saying no, and I was adamant about it. And they kept telling me, ma'am, you're going to die if you don't take this blood. And I was like, no. So finally it got to the point where they were just like, we have to go over her. We have to call her mom. They called my mom. My mom rushed down and signed the papers. So when my mom signed the papers, that's when they came in and started putting the blood back into my body. So I had to have 7 units of blood put back into my body. And after that, I mean, that was a constant thing. It didn't go in there all at one time. They had to keep coming, change the bag. And you see, my willpower to live is so strong as well. It was another lady in the room with me, and this particular lady, um, she kept having her babies, but for some reason, a day or two later, they would die. And this had just happened to her. She had just had some twins. And a couple of days later or whatever, the babies passed. Well, I didn't know. She was already in the room. I came in her room, actually. They had the curtains divided, so you're on this side with your TV. She's on her side with her TV. Well, she all day would just like go crazy and just like be cursing God. She would just be hollering, God, give me my damn babies back, give me my damn babies back. And I'm laying over there. I have all of these things attached to me because, mind you, I have blood that they're putting back into my body, and I was barely able to walk or anything, but I kept saying, I'm not going to lay here and die. I'm not going to lay here and die. So I would get up and drag all that pole and everything over to this lady's bed. And I would go just sit on her bed and like try to hold her and console her. And the nurses and everybody would come in and they would be like, ma'am, you are worse off than her. You can't be doing that. You can't be getting up out of your bed, doing that or whatever. They would take me back and put me back in the bed. Soon as they go back out, I would do it again. I would get right back up, drag all of that stuff back over there, and I kept doing that. And they got really angry and upset with me too because I could have, damaged myself worse. But I don't know if any of you guys have ever been in the hospital for, longer than a day or two, but it seems like forever. And it was like every time my mom and my brother would leave, I would just cry. And so I was like, I can't lay here and die. I just can't lay here and die. So I felt like if I get up and keep moving, that was gonna keep me from dying. But anyway, she ended up being released, I think maybe 2 days before me. And her mom came over and, peeked around my curtain and told me that she just wanted to meet the young lady who the nurses told her about, who was worse off than her daughter, but she kept trying to console her daughter. And she just wanted to meet me. And anyway, so me and the girl, after I got out, we still talked a little, but I think she just couldn't recover from, that happening to her or whatever. But so yeah, guys, to sum it up, it was basically I had a ectopic pregnancy that most women don't make it through. And I guess that's why the doctor was telling me that I was a very lucky lady, and especially since the baby had already exploded my tube and I was losing all of my blood and, behind all of that. But yeah, a lot of women don't live through that. So, you know, I don't know. I just smile about it today because I am just so thankful. And, that showed me actually how special I was to the Most High. I had a friend, Adrian, a guy friend. That's the same way his mom passed an ectopic pregnancy. And I know a few other people like that, And so that's how I knew the Most High wasn't finished with me. I wasn't done with what he brought me here to do on this earth because I came so close, but yet it wasn't my time. So that's like how I realized like life is just too precious, and I realized how special I am to the person that created me. That's why I said in my video, I can't waste my time on all that other bull. Like taking that much time out of my life to do that. Because that's time I'm taking away from myself or to the Most High, to be thankful and appreciative of what He has done for me. You see, when that happened, I started realizing that I had gotten a gift every day of my life and didn't even realize that. Every day, the Most High opened my eyes every morning. That was a gift. And I didn't realize that. But now, you see, I realize I have gotten a gift every single day of my life thus far for 50 years. And hopefully it's going to be 51. My birthday is 7/27, July 27th. So hopefully it's going to be 51. But I have gotten a precious gift every morning for 50 years of my life. Oh my God. But anyway, guys, so yeah, that's what happened. And so I don't have kids, guys. And I can honestly tell you that I fought with that for a long time because I didn't feel like a complete woman without having a child. And I've always loved kids, and I wanted kids, and kids love me. That's why I love on my cat so much like that. My cat has everything. But that's why I love on her so much like that. But they told me I could still get pregnant because I still had the left fallopian tube. However, I don't know. It was very scary, and it was two things I realized in that. It was things that I thought about, and what I thought about, I was like, okay, let's say that I make it the full 9 months or whatever, and for whatever reasons have complications, and I have to choose between having my child and myself. Me being the person that I am, I know I would have chosen my child because I had lived my life. But then on the other hand, I'm like, I wouldn't want to leave my child here without me. For anybody else to raise, I would not want to leave my child here in this crazy world without me. So I didn't want to have to make those decisions. So, no, Mama, don't knock my camera down. So I didn't want to have to make those decisions. So I actually just didn't try anymore after that. But I did fight with myself, guys. For a long time, I did not feel like a complete woman, because I didn't have children. Um, I used to question God sometimes, like, why you give kids to these people over here that didn't want them and they did this, but you have people like me that want kids and, whatever. But I finally got through that too and understood that that's just what it was. It just wasn't in my destiny, and I just had to accept it and move on. So yeah, that's what happened, guys. But I am very thankful to be here. Because I could have easily not have made it, but again, he said not today. So I am very thankful to be here. But that is what happened, and that's how I almost not have been here. So I don't know if any of you guys have known anybody to have any topic pregnancy, and whether they passed or made it through, but it's a very dangerous thing, which is also one of the reasons I do not agree with this new ruling that the Supreme Court has given over women's bodies. Is reasons like that, and not only that, this is my body. Nobody should have the right to tell me what to do with my body. But then you have instances such as myself, um, where you have an ectopic pregnancy. And guys, that wasn't my first ectopic pregnancy, that was my second. And that's why I made the decision not to try anymore, because the first time they were able to, catch it on the ultrasound and see, and they were able to do what they needed to do, which was basically have an abortion, a DNC or whatever. Um, it's just this second one, for some reason, they weren't able to catch it. So, because I had had two already, that's what made me decide, okay, I can't try this again, because I didn't want to make that decision if it came down to me actually making it through and, having to choose. I just didn't know. So I just didn't try again. Um, so that's one of the reasons I do not agree with this decision that they have made, because if you're saying, hopefully, if they're going to keep it this way, there are going to be exceptions, because a woman with an ectopic pregnancy, if it's not aborted or taken care of, she's going to die. She's going to die. Um, or she's going to be in an instance such as myself, 30 minutes within death, you know. So that's why I don't agree with that, besides the fact nobody has the right to tell me what to do with my body. So, um, yeah, that's why I made that decision. So, two guys, right after that, what I'm thinking, because, and this will be on a whole other another video. Actually, a little while after that, I discovered that I had Graves' disease, which is the same thing Wendy Williams has. I no longer have the Graves' disease, but that'll be another video. But the reason I'm speaking on that now is because I think that that's what actually played a part in the ectopic pregnancies or whatever. Because they think I had it for a while, for a long while. And I think so too. And I'll tell you guys that story, in another video. Um, so that's the thing. Graves' disease, which is just hyperthyroidism, hypothyroidism, all of those play a part in your pregnancy. So that is what I'm thinking happened, because at the time I didn't know that I had that. So anyway, yeah, that'll be in another video. And I want you guys to pay attention to something which I'm sure you guys have already seen on my other videos. I don't have a goiter. I don't have a goiter, okay? And I'm telling you guys to pay attention to that for a certain reason, because I still have another hypocrite and heathen episode coming out, and So I just want you guys to look at all of my videos and this one too, and you can see I do not have a goiter anywhere. And I'm going to leave that at that, okay? Even though right now I'm hypothyroidism. So anyway, again, that's going to be on another video, okay? So anyway, guys, again, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. But I did just want to come on and didn't want to keep you guys waiting for that particular video. So I just wanted to come on and just tell you guys that story while I was just laying here. So thank you guys for listening. And if you guys have any questions, just leave them down in the comment section and I will answer them. I am pretty much a open book. I will answer them. Now, if it's something I feel that is just too private, or I don't want maybe to just put that there and I feel like I can still answer that for you, I may try to find a way to give you that answer as well. But if you have any questions, put them down in the comment section, and I will be more than happy to answer them. So thank you guys for listening to my video. If you like this video, guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you guys. See you later. Bye.